All right, man. Told you talk. You know what it is, man. Hey, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's well. All right, man. So today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the Iceman episode 3 or 4. I don't know which episode this is. I believe it's 3. It's supposed to come out soon, and Drake is gonna have everybody waiting for 20 minutes before anything happens, and then try to say, then what's the dirt jump on here and try to say, well, he is right here. He is, what he doing here is, I mean, what you got to understand is what Drake is doing here is he's taunting Kendrick. Like, you know, what's the dirt is going to have a lot to say about that. So, before we get into that legendary spill, this is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. Don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is right on the screen, Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers. To over 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,000. And yes, I'm in the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. Hey, man. A lot is going on. A lot is about to happen for this page. Trust me when I tell you, y'all gonna love it when I start making these announcements. So, thank y'all for being here with me. So let's get to it, man. Let's do it. All right, man. This comes courtesy of the mayor. Shout out to the mayor. He always does great content. So let's get it.
Oh, champ. Run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes. We back again. We get again another one, ladies and gentlemen. Drake's Iceman episode 3 is set to drop today, gang. That's what they saying. All right, not today, and it's gonna happen probably tomorrow, the day after, or maybe even Friday. But nah, it should be dropping today. 9 times out of 10. Why? Why is it dropping today? Well, Drake is set to perform in Italy tomorrow and on Tuesday. Yeah, gang. He's set to perform in Italy. All right, and ironically so, apparently, this whole Pinocchio situation got a lot to do with Italy. So I know in the past we spoke about, there possibly being a delay on the rollout for Iceman due to his whole thing with Kick and Steak, his differences, him crashing out on the CEOs of Kick and Steak. But champs, apparently this was all set up from the jump. And when I say set up, I mean this whole Italy thing. I don't know if this is the last episode or not, but apparently this is where Drake is set to, I guess, reveal the lies or the truth behind the people that are speaking down on him or that have dragged him. Okay? Now, crazy enough, you see this image right here, all right?
What I really want to see is what does Drake really have? That's what I really want to see. What does he really have? Because if he's going through all this just to give us a nothing burger, always like that term, nothing burger, like eating a burger with nothing on it. It's a nothing burger. If he's going through all this to give us a nothing burger, then I don't know what to say. But he has to have something that may change the course of everything. And I just don't think that that's the case. I think that he's dragging people along because he has nothing else to do and nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because he made this hole, and now he has to lay in it. But he could have really just went a different direction and maybe things would have changed. But who knows?
It's some Italian lettering up here, right? And I know y'all can't read that, so I did a translation. Are you ready, gang? So here's what it really says, right? It says production and sale of ice. It's written in Italian, right? Now this is for the Iceman episode 3 that's set to drop. Apparently Pinocchio is originally Italian. By the way, yeah, I don't know what in the world Iceman and Pinocchio got to do with each other at all, to be honest. So I don't understand why the two are even being used in unison. But apparently it got something to do with each other, I guess, right? So let's take a look at more of this Pinocchio stuff, shall we? Let me move myself to the bottom. It says in the original story, Pinocchio is Italian. Carlo Collodi or Collodi wrote it in Italy in the 1880s. Most adaptations, including the Disney version, keep him in Italy, usually in a small Italian village. So if you mean where Pinocchio was from or where he received any blessings, it's Italy. Okay, so Drake's been waiting for this tour, these shows in Italy to do.
So my what my understanding is, I'm thinking that because I asked the same question, what does Iceman have to do with Pinocchio? Like I asked the same question, like what does Iceman have to do with Pinocchio? Why is Pinocchio and Iceman together in the story? That just doesn't make sense. It has to be a reason. I'm looking at it from the perspective of there has to be something really behind this, because if you're telling me that you're trying to connect Iceman and Pinocchio, which is from two different worlds, I need to understand how you do that. If he can do it and pull it off and with some genius strategy, then we'll see. But I don't understand why Iceman and Pinocchio. I tried. I sat up and I tried and I tried and I tried. I come up with a concept of it. I still can't come up with one. I still can't. I tried. Maybe y'all in the comments can tell me, but I tried and it just still didn't hit me. Maybe I just didn't get hit with a snowball yet. I don't know, but I tried.
The Iceman episode 3. If there's any more episodes, I don't know. Right? So there was a wait time for a reason, and it wasn't a delay. He had plans to do episode 3 in Italy, so he must nine times out of 10 times out of 10 he's already in Italy. And I don't know if these things are filmed live. I guess they are. But who knows, man? They could be filmed live, they could not be, but they getting filmed in the location. Now he's a little bit more about Pinocchio, all right, and it's Italian origins, all right. Let's make this a little. All right, here we go. Yes, Pinocchio's Italian. He was created by the Italian writer Carlo Collodi, pen name of Carlo Lorenzini, in an Italian children's newspaper in 1881. In the story, The Adventures of Pinocchio was set in Italy's Tuscan region. The story remains a popular icon of Italian culture and artistry, and many of its characters and place names have Italian origins. Interesting. So, I wasn't aware of this.
And another thing too, I don't know. Maybe I just thought about something. Maybe Drake's trying to connect the Italian mafia to the Iceman. Maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe it's Pinocchio, since he's from Italy, the origin of the Italian mob, and I believe the Iceman worked for the Italian mob. So maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's connecting the two that way, in so many subtle ways. Maybe that's what he's doing. But me personally, I don't really understand. But I'm starting to think more. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see what happens.
But I guess it makes sense, right? So why mix? Because if y'all seen Iceman episode 2, I'm sure a lot of y'all have. You've seen this coming soon. You see the Iceman lettering, and then you see Pinocchio in the middle, right? And we know Pinocchio, gets a long nose, but he doesn't tell the truth, right? When he lies. So apparently, he's also known as becoming a boy, right? He's like a puppet, a wooden puppet, trying to become a boy or what have you, right? And Drake's name is the boy, right? So, in my opinion, I think that this is how Drake is trying to be cryptic, all right? Calling himself being cryptic, trying to be Kendrick Lamar. I repeat, this whole thing is Drake trying to be Kendrick. Once again, yes. You're trying to be all metaphorical. You're trying to call yourself, doing these symbolisms like we seen in the Super Bowl, right? We seen a lot of symbolism in the Super Bowl, a lot of it. a lot. Strategically planned symbolism. This is what Kendrick is great at doing. Creating a story as well as cryptic messages. He also is the reason that everyone is talking about the quintuple or the quadruple entendre or the quintuple entendre. He's the reason that people are actually, saying that. He didn't create it though. It's been around. He didn't create it, but he's the reason why people made it a trend to say. Okay, because he is someone that really goes deep in layers when it comes to not only his bars, but just in general when it comes to him doing videos and everything in between. All right,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, is Drake out here really trying to be like Kendrick with a lot of subliminal messages or just hidden meaning and stuff? Like the coming soon Pinocchio thing, right? That coming soon Pinocchio thing. It's either one or two things. It's either, this is what I think. It's either Drake is going to meet up with the girl who said that Kendrick beat on Whitney, or Drake is going to play that video or something. Maybe that could be a generic answer, but I'm just saying. I'm thinking that's what he's going to do. One or the other. I mean, but who knows? But if you're calling yourself the boy, and Pinocchio is known for being a wooden boy, and for him to become a real boy, he had to be honest and true. Maybe that's what your angle is. Maybe it's two different things. Maybe you are becoming a real man and you becoming the Iceman from the boy. Maybe that's what the angle is. Maybe the angle is you're going from the liar, whoever you were, going from that, calling yourself the boy, and now you're the Iceman. Maybe you're going to change your name from Drake to the Iceman. Maybe that's what you're going to do. Maybe it ain't going to be Drake anymore. Maybe your name is going to be Iceman. But I think maybe that's what it is. So I have two theories. It's either since he's in Italy, the Italian mob thing, it kind of fits the narrative of Pinocchio being Italian, Iceman working for I believe, the Italian mafia. You know what I'm saying? I believe he worked for the Italian mafia. Or it could be you're going from the wooden boy to a coal man. From Pinocchio to Iceman, from the boy to the man. So when Kendrick say, oh, "Where's the man?" Now you say, "Okay, I am a man. I'm the Iceman." Maybe that's what he's doing. So I don't know. Let's keep it going.
Filmography, PG Lane. There's always a hidden message. Well, guess what? Drake has a hidden message too. Apparently, this is what he's trying to base his rollout on. Okay, and again, I'm assuming that he has this bag full of things exposing people, and we're supposed to be getting proof that Kendrick allegedly put his hands on Whitney. Well, guess what, champ? If it's an AI, you're a liar. Because guess what? We already have come to the discovery that was Diddy and Cassie in that hotel, not Kendrick and Whitney, in any type of domestic dispute or DV for any reason. That never happened. So again, I don't know what his.
And my thing is too, like when UMG, when Drake's lawyers say they wanted evidence of, he asking UMG for evidence of Kendrick putting his hands on Whitney. That's kind of weird that they would ask them for that. I guess Kendrick had to report that to them if that happened. Who knows? But my thing is, that would be public record if he did that, and it would be a police report. So if there's no police report, and even if Kendrick did do whatever he did, if there's no police report, then there's really nothing y'all can say. Like what can you say? If she never filed charges, if they never went to court, what can you say? That girl can say, "Oh yeah, Kendrick did all these things," but if there's no report, I mean, what can you really say? Can you really say, I'm not saying that he didn't do it. I'm saying if there's no report, then how can you definitively say he did it? I see what's the dirt out here really saying that. Like, oh no, I know. Like, you wasn't there. How you know? You know, huh? It's crazy.
Plans are. But from what I've seen on Twitter, because this is exactly where I got my information from, Drake's dropping that episode 3 tonight of Iceman. Okay? And this album is set to drop when? At the end of October? Early November, according to OVO Johnny Manziel. Now, once again, as I've previously said, Kendrick Lamar might step on his project because GNX came out when? Last year, November. So this year, November, maybe the GNX Deluxe is dropping, or maybe not. Or maybe it's dropping in October to step on Drake's project. We also know that Taylor Swift, who is a big supporter of Kendrick Lamar, is set to also drop in October. All right, and that Kendrick Lamar may have features with her on that album, okay? Because she's a big fan. He's done songs with her in the past. There's a high chance that could happen. Also, remember the song Bodies. We never got that song in full. We seen Kendrick perform the first verse for Bodies at the Super Bowl halftime show. We also seen a preview of the video, a portion of it last year when GNX dropped, but we never got the full video. So is there more to it that we haven't seen it, that we're about to get? Listen, the mere fact that we didn't even get the full Bodies whole song or just the video in general just lets us know that there's more to come when it comes to this whole GNX thing, or just a Kendrick project in general, because it's definitely on the way. And Kendrick is also about to go back on tour soon in Latin America, by the way. So something's...
Yeah, if he going on tour in Latin America, it's over, Drake. You can forget it. Oh my God. Listen, bro. You talking about, if y'all think, listen, let me explain something to y'all. If y'all think that Europe turned up, Germany, all of those countries over there, Poland, if he go to Latin America, if he go to Brazil, yeah, man. They hold 150,000 people, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you. It's insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it to you like this. It's gonna be crazy. And you think he did this thing over there? Trust me, man. He coming over there, please. But as far as him stepping on Drake's project, he definitely did say in Hey Now, it's gonna get, I believe it was Hey Now. Did he say that? Hey Now? Get spooky in October? Yeah. He said it in Hey Now. Yeah. So if he decides to do that, and Taylor Swift do it too, man, listen, man. It's gonna be a long week for Drake.
Gonna be dropping for sure. Like, there's no way that Kendrick is just gonna disappear. Now, we heard about Kendrick's 5-year plan, right? So something is definitely coming from that for sure. Please believe that. Don't believe anything else. You feel me? But when it comes back to Drake, like, what is Drake even trying to do here? I don't understand what Drake is doing. I mean, I get it, but then I don't get it, because I'm like, wait a minute. How does Iceman and Pinocchio even correlate? Like, what is it? Because even if you Google, you look up Iceman and Pinocchio, they don't have nothing in common. All right. We also had the Bobby and the Althoff and Drake thing with Bobby Drake, who, because the Iceman in Marvel's name is Bobby Drake. Then you got Bobby Althoff and Drake doing a podcast, and all this is rollout. It's all rollout, bro. Everything is rollout. Rollout. The lawsuit rollout. Lucien Green said, "Hey, sounds like a rollout to me," because guess what? He reached out to us for a contract extension with UMG while he's suing us. By the way, I wasn't supposed to say that, but I'm saying it anyway because this guy wants to play with us. So I'm going to play back even harder than he is. Pretty much. You did? So again, who even knows where this is supposed to go, what Drake is supposed to be doing? But please.
Yeah, that's wild. You're telling me that this dude is suing you and he asked for an extension to his... That's crazy as hell. Just imagine suing your boss and to say, "Hey, you think you give me a raise?" While I'm actively suing you. "Yeah, I'm suing you, but bro, you think you give me a raise?" That shit is crazy.
He's expecting an announcement from Aubrey sometime soon today about an Iceman 3 drop. All right, episode 3, that is. Okay, will there be more episodes? I have no clue. Will this be more interesting than the previous ones? I don't know. Will I be watching? Yes. Now, if you're mad at the man for entertaining the stuff, I don't know what to tell you. I also don't care. All right, we got a lot of bozos that's mad about people doing content on Drake and all this nonsense. Nobody cares. I don't care. Like, you don't put money in nobody's pockets. You're just a watcher, and you should remain that. Remain a viewer. Don't let any bozo who's 5'0" tell you some nonsense and tell you what you need to do. I don't really care about any of that. I'm just gonna be honest, all right? There ain't no Martin Luther Kings and Malcolm X's on YouTube. Niggas need to stay in their lane before somebody push them out they lane. Understand? I'm gonna just say that. Point being is, yeah, man, this is supposed to be dropping, so they claim. And Drake's performing in Italy, so I think there's a huge chance that this is definitely about to drop. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But
Yeah, man. You right about that, but yeah, man, I'm just gonna say this, man. I do whatever I want. I don't care. If I want to do all content about Drake, I'm gonna do that. If I want to do content about politics, I'm gonna do that. I seen somebody say in one of the comments, they said, "Man, we ain't come over here for politics. We came over here for you to talk about this." Listen, let me explain something to y'all, man. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And y'all, the day oneers, y'all know what time it is with me. This channel is called Torture Talk for a reason. See, I haven't really went on a rant in a long time, but I will go on a rant. I haven't went on a rant. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. I've been real nice. I've been real nice. But I could take it there. That's why it's called Torture Talk. Because it's a torture. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But people just got to understand, man. Wherever the algorithm is saying, that's what most people are going to talk about. Whatever the topics is. It don't got to always be about something that you think it need to be about. So y'all like, go talk about this. But truth be told, if people want to talk about Drake, talk about Kendrick, talk about this thing, that's what it is. You can always choose not to watch the video. Simple as that. You know what I mean? This feud is still actively going on. What you think, we not going to cover it? And most of the time, most people come here for that. I know a lot of people come here for my content to talk about whatever, and people just, because I see people saying they watch me regardless of what I talk about. They just want to hear what I got to say about whatever. But I'm going to keep people in the know. I'm going to keep people in this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about. And it is what it is. But as far as what Lucian Green said, that's just a funny thing that you would try to renew the contract and or ask for an extension when you were actively trying to sue the man or sue the company. That's crazy as hell. So, but thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. This is the OT show. You already know what time it is. Y'all gonna see a couple episodes. So be prepared. Thank y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.